Hello everybody and welcome back to the Vine Journey 2. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to automate these hamburgers that I have in my hand right here. I'm sure all the Americans will love this video. But with that said, instead of telling you to subscribe right now, I actually kind of want you to watch my video series on the Vine Journey 2. I think you'll like it if you clicked on this video. But with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So we have here our automation, and to be honest, this is very expensive. I don't know how I managed to make it so expensive, but let me just tell you what you need. So first, you'll need a farm like this, where you have this aqueous soil here, which is automatically harvest the plants once they reach maturity. And you're also going to be needing to grow wheat on this, as well as all of these plants from mystical agriculture. Let me just go through them real quick. So for the mystical agriculture seeds, you'll be needing cow seeds, fire seeds, dia seeds, water seeds, iron seeds, coal seeds, and chicken seeds, as well as stone seeds. And you know, I was kind of surprised when the mystical agriculture seeds actually like drop their essence, because I thought you actually need crop sticks to grow those, but apparently you don't, which is nice. Now I know this is a lot of seeds and that type of stuff, and you can probably do the same thing without using mystical agriculture, but I think it just makes the whole process way easier to understand. But besides that, you actually also need a little like a rail car system under here with a hopper minecart going under the soil so that it can pick up all these drops. But one other thing before going into all of this is that there is actually one manual part of this whole setup, and that is crafting some sticks and inputting it into this mechanical crafter that makes the knife handles. That's the only manual part of this farm. The rest of it is completely automatic. But even with needing to craft the sticks, it's not like you're going to be needing to do this that often, because you can just chuck like a stack of sticks in there and it'll be fine for about like probably an hour or so. I haven't really tested it, but it'll probably be fine for about that much, because the knife that's making has 100 durability, and yeah, you get what I mean, right? I'd also like to say, since this farm is probably very inefficient, if you would like me to make a updated version of this farm that costs less resources and works better, let me know in the comment section down below. But getting back to the tutorial, you need to make sure that your minecart rails go over this hopper that inputs into a chest, because without that, this entire thing wouldn't work. But now we can get into all of this crafting, which is honestly a bit much, but I'm gonna split this up into sections actually. First, we're probably going to work on how we get the toast, which is one of the main ingredients for our hamburger. And then I'm also going to show you how to automate the cheese, steak, and the knife. But with that said, let's start with the toast first. So you need to get your item conduit, make sure it's on like a channel or something, different channel than like your input and outputs. So probably like blue would work fine. And you need to make sure you have a like basic item filter right here for wheat, which goes into this mechanical crafter. And you just want to have the recipe for like 3 wheat right here, which turns it into bread. Then make sure you have it outputting into this item conduit, and inputting into this mechanical crafter. And you just want to make sure it's only like one piece of bread is here, so it makes a toast. And then you can just auto output and auto input into this crafter from ender.io. This is actually needed for the recipe because I tried all the other crafters, but they just don't work. So make sure you're using this crafter from ender.io or this won't work. And you'll probably need to use a different power source than this creative energy cube, but you know, that's pretty obvious. So that is the toast fully automated. Next, we're going to work on how we get the steak. So what you want to do is have your item conduit coming from over here all the way to this mechanical crafter over here, which is basically just making cow essence into this raw beef. Make sure yet again that you have your item filter right here set for cow essence, and you also want the auto output and auto input into this furnace, the raw beef. And then you also want to have another one of these like conduits going into this mechanical crafter right here. Make sure yet again that you have your item filter for coal essence, and this one's basically just making your coal that you want to run your item conduit into the bottom of this and hit insert, and that will insert your coal into the fuel slot. And you're also just going to be running a extract conduit out from this furnace. Make sure you yet again have your basic item filter set for cooked steak, because if you don't have an item filter there, it will just yank your coal straight out, which you don't want happening. Make sure it's inserting into this hamburger crafter as well. Oh, another quick thing, for this ender.io crafter, you need to make sure you have one of your capacitors right here, and also make sure it's having your energy filled, or else this entire thing won't work. You know, I didn't realize this video was already 5 minutes long, but that is our cooked steak and our toast fully automated. Next, we'll be automating the cheese. So what you gotta do is you gotta yet again get your conduit from that chest right there and input it into this mechanical crafter right here. And you just want to set your item filter for the cow essence right here. Make sure this is making the milk buckets, by the way. And then you're also going to want another one of your conduits right here for chicken's essence, inputting into this mechanical crafter. Make your eggs. Make sure those are both running an output into this mechanical crafter right here, and make sure it's set as cheese. And then just have your extract conduit right here, and make sure it goes into this hamburger crafter. You probably want to run like a extract conduit from here into here for like the buckets and that type of stuff, so it extracts the buckets. And then inputs them back into this machine, so you don't have to reuse your buckets and that type of stuff. Well, so you don't like waste your buckets. That's what I meant, you know. But I think that is our cheese fully automated. So now we need to automate the final thing, which is the knife. What you gotta do is you gotta have your conduit running into this mechanical crafter right here, and set your item filter for the iron essence, and make sure it's crafting the iron ingots. And then you want to run a conduit into this compactor from thermal expansion. And what this will do is make the iron ingots into the iron plates, and then make sure that it has been set to auto output into the left side, and make sure the input is on the right side. And make sure it auto outputs into this auto crafter right here, which is making our buckets. And then make sure you have another one of these, what do you call it, conduits on a different channel, maybe like brown or whatever. Make sure it's extracting, and make sure it goes into this mechanical crafter over here. That is making us some water buckets. And also make sure you have a input in there for the water essence, and make sure that auto outputs into this one right here, which is making our treated leather. And for the other things, you also want to have your cow essence filter right here going into here to make some leather, and make sure to have a filter for dye essence for this mechanical crafter to make the lime dye. Make sure this all outputs into this mechanical crafter right here that is set to making treated leather. And over here we are actually going to have another one of these item filters for stone and fire essence, and this is going to be making our flint. Make sure that is connected to this pipeline right here, which is going to input flint into this, making us our treated leather. And make sure you also have another mechanical crafter right here for iron essence. Make sure to make the filter iron essence as well. And both of these are going to go into this mechanical crafter that makes our knife blade, and that is going to go into this mechanical crafter that makes our knife. And then for our treated leather, you want to have it outputting into this mechanical crafter that makes our knife handle. This is the part where you have to manually input sticks, but don't worry. Once you've input a bunch of sticks, it'll last forever. Like, let's just get a stack or so, and then throw it in there. And that's just gonna make a stack of knives. So yeah, it's pretty good. Looks like I was actually bottlenecked on the cow essence over here, but it's probably fine. Anyway, make sure you have a extract conduit right here for your knife going into our hamburger crafter. That is all of the input items and that type of stuff fully automated. Good job. Anyway, there was actually one more thing. Usually it's just simple as outputting into the chest, but we have to do this extra step because it's weird and makes the knife go right there once it's finished crafting. So what we gotta do is run this conduit back up to here and make sure it inserts our knife again, so that I can just craft more recipes without you having to do anything. But yeah, that's pretty much everything fully explained. Like I said in the intro, if you want me to make an improved version of this, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I will do that probably next week or something, I don't know. But yeah, with that all out of the way, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope this farm helped you in some sort of way. But yeah, go subscribe to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, there's one more thing for people who regularly watch me. If my Divine Journey episode 3 hasn't come out today when this video comes out, it will be coming out most likely next. But yeah, that's basically all for today's video, so I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye.